My country people, it don't happen. Oh, greetings to you all. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. You are welcome to this early morning broadcast. The broadcaster here, my name never change. Okute Daily Talk, your broadcaster and your media man with a difference or with his swag. I don't land this morning like Land Rover. I'm landing from Philippines with a very, very strategic news that I brought to my people this morning. Here is the headline before we continue with other frivolities. Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB don't hit hard. They hit them very, very hard. Emphasis on hard. On the United Nations, they hit the European Union, they hit the African Union, and also ECOWAS on their silence over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. We don't know why these people have kept silent till this day. What they call it? United Nations Working Committee on Arbitrary Detention and whatever, under human rights abuse and whatever. They gave a federal government of Nigeria since last year 6 months to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that 6 months expired, I think, sometime December last year. Now we are in the 5th month. Till then, they never said anything about that case again. And yet, we keep on looking upon these people that they were the one to sign our referendum. My dear brothers and sisters, please let us wake up from this our sleeping slumber. We cannot get this referendum or whatever it is, a platter of gold. But I am not inciting anybody. I am not inciting anybody into going out there to do anything harm on either the Nigerian government or the security operatives. I'm only stating the obvious. I make my stand clear. The European Union, the United Nations, the African Union, ECOWAS or whatever, even the United States and UK can never, I repeat myself, they can never allow Biafra to go. Because it is to their advantage of what we are passing through in the land of Biafra today, in the land of Nigeria today. It is the advantage. If they allow us to go, all the oil that UK have been drawing from our land, I mean, the barrels is uncountable. If they just put their pipe, they develop their country. If they allow us to go, that don't you know that those benefit, they will not get it again. That the Biafra will block it. Because the oil that make Nigeria what they are today is coming from Biafra land. Go to the Uguta leg there. Uguta. We have natural gas. What I mean natural gas that Russia and the rest of the European country are using to do shakara for their own people. We have it in our backyard. So if they allow us to go, don't you know that these people will suffer? If anything happens that they say Nigeria break into new, now I tell you the simple truth, it will not last 24 hours. UK Parliament will fall. Because they don't have, what do they have? They don't have any single mineral resources that keep them going, if not what they are siphoning from all these our African lands. So my brothers and sisters, why I'm saying this is that we too hope on these people that they are going to give us the Biafra or they are going to sign a referendum. My dear brothers and sisters, no only to go get Biafra, now I go feel on it for us. So, and for these people, forget it. That's the simple truth. If you like, you people can believe me. If you don't like, Mazi Ekpa can keep on writing letter upon letter to all these people. They cannot do anything, and they are not even ready. They are not ready to say, okay, Biafra, you can go. So if these people, all of them have tied their mouth, even to the least Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they don't say anything. Then tell me, how are they going to stand to say, oh, Biafra, we can now sign your referendum, you people can go. After the amalgamation of 1914 have expired since God knows when. Now we are into the 109 years of that expiration date. Just like when I see people shouting, oh, Jesus, oh, not that I say God does not exist too. Oh, Jesus, white men, they are the one that teach us all these things. Even before they come to our land, we have our own God we are worshiping, because they are not the one that name us Chukwudi, Ukechukwu and the rest of them. That means they are Chukwu where our people they worship before they come. But we live our own style of worship and then embrace the God of the white man. Imagine white man who wants to show you the road to heaven. Even the road to his own embassy is very, very far from you. A white man will show you, oh, there's a heaven, a place. That same white man, now he come draw Jesus Christ, come be white, a good somebody. Then Satan come be black. That means the blacks are the Satans. Now that's some white man in one believe. In one believe they are God. Everything that they are doing, our people have adopted them all and leave our own. After doing our own traditional marriage, then we end up saying we need to do a white wedding. How many of these whites now that come out now and say we want to do Igbo traditional wedding in their own culture? Our people, we do the copy. So for we waiting for US, United Nations, European Union, African Union, ECOWAS and the rest of them. Who is ECOWAS and who is African Union? Are they not the cabals in Aso Rock? Not them. So what are we waiting for? My dear? No only to go Kabiama. Oye premier ile. Now ain't go set us free. As for these people, one never forget it. So my dear brothers and sisters, please, I don't want to. I have taken much of our time saying this, but I'm stating the obvious. Yes, I'm stating the obvious. That is the simple truth. That's what I'm saying. There's no any lie or an atom of lie in what I'm saying. So we need to hear it and hear it clear. So please, anybody that will come to attack me, please pardon me because I have talked too much. Let us hit the ball running, or let us state the reason why we are here. If you never subscribe to my channel, this is the right time for you to do that. If this is the first time of hearing my voice, you don't know who is here. I am that your media man, your broadcaster with a difference. Okute Daily Talk, bringing to you this Thursday morning broadcast. So please, tighten your seatbelt, grab whatever you want to grabable, or anything that is grabbable. We are about to hit the ground running. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has slammed the United Nations, the European Union, the African Union, and the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, for keeping silent on the detention of its leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian news report that the separatist group made their position known on Wednesday in a statement signed by the group's media and publicity secretary, Ima Powerful. According to IPOB, it is rather unfortunate that the international communities is watching in silence as the health condition of its leader deteriorates in government custody despite the UN and Nigerian court ordering for his release. The group said it is therefore not satisfied about the silence of the international community over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. It was said, we the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, expressed our displeasure on the silence of the United Nations, European Union, African Union, ECOWAS, as Nigeria grossly disobeys local and international laws regarding the unconditional release of our dear leader, Nnamdi Kanu. We are saddened as the international community watches in silence as the health of our leader deteriorates in the solitary confinement dungeon of the Nigerian government, where he has been held illegally and unlawfully against all UN and Nigeria court orders for almost 2 years now. We believe that the Nigerian government wants our leader to die in detention. It is also possible that the DSS are giving him a slow-acting poison, which is why his health keeps deteriorating to eventually kill him in their custody. In what we consider a conspiracy to kill our leader, the Nigerian Supreme Court, the Constitutional Court, refused to entertain an appeal from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers over his deteriorating health. Instead, the Apex Court gave a week-long adjournment of 4 months to an innocent man that appeal court justice have discharged and acquitted. In all these human rights and court abuses, there seems to be a conspiracy silence among international organizations and her affiliate human rights organizations. As the health of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, continues to deteriorate, and the Nigerian government refuses to obey lawful orders, and the world maintains this criminal silence, IPOB will do all within our power to ensure that our leader does not die in detention. Court threatens to issue arrest warrant to this our ex-minister, our hungry ex-minister, FFK. A special offences court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos State on Wednesday threatened to issue a bench warrant for the arrest of former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode. Justice Olubunmi Abike Fadepe made the threat over the failure of Fani-Kayode to appear in court on the said date. The All Poverty Congress chieftain is on a trial on a 12-count charge bordering on the use of false documents, use of fabricated evidence, procuring the execution of documents under the false pretense and fabrication of evidence. He, however, pleaded not guilty to the charge to his arraignment on December 17 of 2021. The judge noted that Fani Kayode appeared last for the trial on November 4 of 2022. Abike Fadepe cited excuses that had been given by the defendant for his non-appearance in the court. She consequently threatened to issue a bench warrant against him if he failed to show up at the next adjournment date. The judge also berated the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) for the lack of diligent prosecution of the case. She warned the commission to withdraw the case if it would not prosecute it diligently. She adjourned the case until November 7 for the continuation of the trial. The defendant was alleged to have forged medical reports, which he tendered before Justice Daniel Osiabo of the Federal High Court, sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, where he is being prosecuted by EFCC for alleged 4.9 billion naira fraud. This hungry man has spent the whole money. That is why he keeps on going to court. Very greedy. Because if he did not spend the whole money, he would have settled the people he need to settle. Because once he stole billion in Nigeria, no court judge your case. Judge your case is between you and the cabals in Aso Rock. Vomit half of it, then take half of it. The case closed. So I'm very, very sure that this man is living a high flamboyant life style that he don't even have the money. He has spent the whole money where he's marrying numerous wives. Jonathan Buhari, Tinubu, other high-profile politicians in alleged certificate scandal. An argument on a certificate forgery has become a never-ending issue in Nigerian politics, year in, year out, with some being true and others mere speculations at the end of the investigations, Nigeria News reports. The lives of incumbent Nigerian leader, President Muhammadu Buhari, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and many high-profile politicians at some time have all been immersed in alleged forgery or missing certificate saga. In the democratic era, particularly, many persons in elective and appointed positions have had to defend themselves in court over alleged certificate scandals. As usual, not all allegations were proven to be true. Some cases were eventually dismissed due to lack of evidence. A few others were rightly found guilty of these allegations. The trend of certificate forgery also repeated itself during and after just concluded 2023 general elections, Nigeria News reports. Let's take them one after the other. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Years ago, former President Olusegun Obasanjo accused the then President Goodluck Jonathan of forging his PhD certificate. It was alleged that Jonathan earned a BSc in zoology with second-class honors, MSc in hydrobiology and fisheries biology, and PhD in zoology, all from the University of Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The accusation from Obasanjo caused an uproar and rattled the leadership of the then ruling People's Democratic Party, PDP. However, Uniport dismissed the insinuations as having neither legs nor grounds to stand on. The university would rather refuse to comply with a request for Jonathan's academic records through the Freedom of Information Act by a civil society organization, the Institute of Human Rights and Humanitarian Law, President Muhammadu Buhari. In 2015, Muhammadu Buhari was also immersed in an alleged certificate scandal after he emerged as the presidential flag bearer of the All Poverty Congress (APC) in 2015. The then ruling People's Democratic Party (PDP) raised an issue over the non-availability of Buhari's secondary school certificate. Despite every move by the PDP, Buhari went on to win the 2015 presidential election. Again in 2018, the PDP and other political parties raised their voices when Buhari showed interest in getting re-elected and didn't include his academic credentials in the documents he submitted to INEC for the 2019 presidential election. Buhari faced attacks due to his inability to present his West African secondary school certificate, leading to some Nigerians accusing him of not having a secondary school education. The controversy died down only when the West African Examination Council (WAIEC) issued an attestation certificate to the president confirming that Buhari had indeed obtained a secondary school certificate from the examination body in 1961. All is false. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State, made headlines many months ago for not presenting his academic certificates to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Before the 2023 presidential election, Nigeria News records Tinubu omitted information about his primary and secondary education in the INEC form. He, however, stated that he attended Chicago State University. All is false. In an affidavit supporting his nomination form for the office of president, the APC candidate noted that his properties and certificates were destroyed and looted when he went on self-exile from October 1994 to October 1998. Despite the brouhaha, Tinubu was selected the 2023 presidential election winner. It seems like in Nigeria now, if you have certificate and every qualified documents to lead the country, they will not give you a chance. But if you have certificate scandals, or maybe if you didn't even attend any school, as long as you have money to sort yourself out, you become the president of the nation. That is exactly what I'm seeing here, and that is what I've been playing out all this while in the quest for the number one citizen of the country. Salisu Buhari. Salisu Buhari was the Speaker of the House of Representatives in Nigeria from 1999 to 2000, only 1 year. He became the poster boy of certificate scandals in Nigeria in 1999, when shortly after his election, he admitted that he had falsified his age and educational qualifications. Wahala. He claimed to have a bachelor's degree from the University of Toronto, when actually what he obtained was a diploma. Buhari resigned from his position as Speaker following the controversy. He was also kicked out of Ahmadu Bello University Zaria after faking credentials to earn admission into the institution. Thus, he had no opportunity to participate in the compulsory National Youth Service Corps (NYSC). Salisu would later publicly admit guilt over the forgery allegations and ask Nigerians for forgiveness and another opportunity to serve the country again. Thank you. This is the kind of people, this is a Yaradua kind of person. This is the kind of people we need in our society, who do wrong and come out and admit that they do wrong and ask for forgiveness. Look at all these ones. They are even the worst part of it itself. Their spokesperson will make you even to vomit all you have eaten. Where they are defending what is not defendable. Senator Ademola Adeleke. The incumbent governor of Osun State was accused and charged before the Osogbo High Court by two members of his party, Rashid Olabayo and Oluwaseun Idowu, for allegedly falsifying his West African Senior School Certificate examination results and secondary school testimonial. Nigeria News report that Adeleke succeeded Boyaga Oyetola in office following the latter's defeat at the state governorship poll, also at the tribunal. The plaintiffs have sought Adeleke's disqualification from the September 22, 2019 governorship election for allegedly submitting fake certificates to get the PDP ticket. But Justice David Oladimeji of the Osogbo High Court cleared Adeleke to contest the election. A new lawsuit was filed by Awosiyan Olalekan, Ojajade Thomas, and Awadire Sina before the Federal High Court, Osogbo, against Adeleke, the PDP, and INEC. Subsequently, the Court of Appeal cleared Adeleke, saying it was satisfied that Senator Adeleke possessed the requisite educational qualifications to contest the said election. Biobaraka Kuma Diego Minayo. See name. Biobaraka Deji Ereminayo was the running mate of David Leon, who won Bayelsa state governorship election in November of 2019. However, the Supreme Court sacked Leon less than 24 hours before his inauguration as governor of Bayelsa State. It could be recalled that a panel of justices led by Mary Odele had asked INEC to withdraw the certificate of return issued to Leon and reissue another certificate to the candidate with the second highest number of votes. The Appellate Court decision followed an affirmation of a Federal High Court judgment disqualifying Biobarakuma Deji Eremeninayo affected Leon because both men had run on a joint ticket. Kemi Adeosun. Adeosun was a former Minister of Finance. She resigned her position in office after she was allegedly to have forged her National Youth Service Corps exemption certificate. Adeosun, in her resignation letter, claimed that she wasn't aware in July 2022 a Federal High Court in Abuja cleared her of any wrongdoing in the NYSC certificate charges. Christian Abba. The tenure of Christian Abba as a member of House of Representatives representing Ado and Obuku Obadibo Federal Constituency in Benue State was cut short by the Supreme Court in March 2017. The action of the court followed an earlier judgment by a Federal High Court in Abuja in 2016, which ruled that he submitted a false academic qualification certificate to INEC. The Supreme Court affirmed that Abba had forged the ordinary National Diploma (OND) certificate purportedly issued in 1985 by the Federal Polytechnic, Moabi, Adamawa State. The court therefore ordered INEC to issue a fresh certificate of return to Hassan Saleh, who was Abba's first runner-up in the PDP primary held in 2014. Bello Masare, make una dey hear their name so. In 2015, Governor Bello Masare was accused of forging his secondary school certificate. The case was eventually dismissed by the Supreme Court due to lack of evidence. Despite many oppositions, he went on to serve as the state's leader. James Ibori served as the governor of Delta State from 1999 to 2007. In 2007, allegations arose that he had forged his bachelor's degree in economics and his master's degree in business administration from the University of Benin. These allegations were investigated. Ibori was convicted in the United Kingdom on corruption charges in 2012, though the certificate forgery allegations were not the primary basis of his convictions. Dimeji Bankole was the Speaker of the House of Representatives in Nigeria from 2007 to 2011. In 2010, he was accused of not completing his National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) and was therefore rumored to have submitted fake discharged documents. Peter Mba, barely a few days before his inauguration, the Enugu State Governor elect is already being accused of certificate forgery. Nigerian news understand that the insinuations that Mba's NYSC discharge certificate was forged has snowballed into a national issue. The controversy surrounding the discharge certificate blew open in February 2023 when NYSC, in response to an inquiry by a non-governmental organization, released a letter stating that it did not issue the certificate submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). In April of 2023, another letter repudiating the certificate was again issued following another inquiry by an Aba-based law firm, Slaver & Co. Associates. As if that was not enough, the Director General of NYSC also said during an Arise TV interview that Mba's certificate was not issued by the agency. Mba has filed a 20 billion naira case against the NYSC, seeking damages for the injuries caused to his reputation by the controversy surrounding the discharge certificate. The governors-elect and his party, the PDP, are insisting that NYSC was telling lies. Okay, instead of you to defend yourself, all you need to do is to asking them to pay you money. That this your good name that they want to spoil. Try this Nigeria. You no go work. Go work. Governor Sanwo-Olu, he don't take time to dissolve all his cabinet heads. Say make everybody pack your kaya and go, because on a time don't expire. The governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has ordered the disbanding of all state executive cabinets and all associated heads effectively Friday, May 26, 2023 from tomorrow. The directive was announced in a circular issued on Wednesday by Head of Service Hakeem Mure Okunola. Labeled as a circular number 046 entitled End of Political Office Holders, Cabinet and Non-Cabinet Ranks. The circular emphasized need for an asset declaration in line with paragraph 11 subparagraph 1b, part 1 of the 5th schedule of Nigeria Constitution pertaining to end of tenure asset declaration. The officers affected by this order include commissioner, special advisor, both cabinet and non-cabinet, and all assistants, senior special assistants, and personal assistants, technical assistants, personal aides. All these things is working under the government. What are their duties? This is part of the things that P2B want to cut. The expenses in government house is too much. Somebody will have only one person, only governor. We have a commissioner, have special advisor, both cabinet and non-cabinet. Then in all and all assistants. Listen to me. Emphasis on all assistants, senior special assistants under the government, special assistant. Then have personal assistant, have technical assistant, and have personal aides, all in one person, and they are eating from the taxpayers' money. Which one then left to pay the salaries of the workers in the government house? Voila. That is why teachers are being owed salaries, because they don't use the money to maintain all their personal aides and special assistants. Even all these ones now, will be their special assistants, they still have their own aides. Even they have their own speaker and secretary as well under them, eating from that same government. Nigerians, unaware done. The governor instructed these officials to draft individual handover notes and return any government property in their possession, including utility, project vehicles, to the accounting officer or most senior director of their respective ministries, departments, and agencies. The circular clarified, however, political appointees whose appointments are by legislation and tenure based, and the members of statutory commissions and governing councils, that their tenure have not lapsed and not affected by the directive unless otherwise formally informed. Sanwo-Olu is said to begin his second term as governor after his inauguration on Monday, following a successful win in the governorship election on March 18. Governorship selection. They are afraid to say it to your face. Keyamo fearlessly draws Buhari's attention to unconstitutional appointments. The outgoing Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Festus Agbamu, on Wednesday told President Muhammadu Buhari that it is an aberration to appoint a Minister of State. Minister stated that this in his speech at the valedictory season presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari to mark the end of Federal Government Executive Council meeting under his administration at the Council Chamber, Presidential Villa, Abuja. According to Agbamu, he was not trying to be disrespectful towards the president, but wanted to contribute to the constitutional development of the country. He noted that some ministers of state have been grumbling behind the president's back and are afraid to speak out because they do not want to sound ungrateful. The Minister of State, who thanked President Buhari for enriching his curriculum vitae through the appointment, said it will be difficult to assess the individual performance of the ministers of state since their discretion was shackled under the discretion of the minister as any original ideas developed by the Minister of State are subject to clearance by another colleague in cabinet before they can stay sailed through for consideration by the council. He said, "What I'm about to say, therefore, is not and they should not be construed as an indication of ingratitude. Far from it. What I'm about to say is just my own little contribution to our constitutional development as a relatively young democracy, and to help future governments optimize the performance of those they appoint as ministers. Mr. President, the concept of designation of ministers of state is a constitutional aberration and practically not working for many so appointed. Successive governments have come and gone, and many who were appointed as ministers of state have not spoken out at a forum such as this because of risk of sounding ungrateful to the president who appointed them. However, like I said earlier, this is not ingratitude. As a private citizen, I am on record to have gone to court a number of times to challenge unconstitutional acts of governments for the sake of advancing our constitutional democracy. So it will be out of character for me to have gone through government and be carried away by the pomp of public office and forget my role as a member of the inner bar and my self-imposed role over the years as a crusader for democracy and constitutionalism. Tinubu has started dumping those who betrayed their parties, collected money to support him, Daniel Buala of the PDP. The president-elect of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has reportedly started dumping those politicians who collected money before supporting him in the 2023 general elections. A chieftain of the People Democratic Party (PDP) and spokesperson for Atiku and ECOWAS presidential campaign organization, Daniel Buala, made this submission on Wednesday. According to him, apart from those who collected money, Tinubu has also started dumping those who betrayed their parties to support his presidential ambition. Buala stated in a post via his Twitter account that Tinubu follows the Abraham Lincoln leadership model of do whatever they demand from you, and when you win, dump them, and has started implementing it. I have started implementing it already, according to Daniel. He wrote, those who betrayed their parties to support Tinubu or collected his money before supporting him, Tinubu model his leadership after Abraham Lincoln, do whatever they demand from you, and when you win, dump them. It has started already. Pin this, tweet, and thank me later, according to Daniel Buala. So my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers all over the world, Bila saying here we go take back our kaya and I go with the go. So you never subscribe to my channel, this is the right time for you to do that. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you be notified each time I go live or post something on this channel or another channel related to Okude Daily Talk. I thank you all immensely for listening to my content, for watching, for commenting, for liking, even for the abuses. I also thank you all because anything in this life is possible. You do good, people will castigate you, castrate you, abuse you, or some sort of things against you or about you. You do bad, the same thing goes. So we better do the same. We better do the good and the bad and wait for the repercussion, and so the thing take be. So my wonderful people in the house, we're gonna do what? We're gonna use this one to step down as they wake up this early Thursday morning. I'll be right back again with another blockbuster that will do what? That will impress you, because I have a lot of bad boats here today. I tell you the gospel truth. Today news is going to be fire for fire. People will hear them today, and people where I don't offend on my past news or broadcast, please don't angry me. Make you do what? Make you forgive me, because without all this, they have known how this news will be good. Though we are giving news that will also use the same time to mock some people in the society. Have a nice day, my people. May God Almighty bless us all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And we'll be right back. I am signing out. Bye for now. Okay, Messiano.